Once upon a time, in a small peaceful town in America, there lived a humble farmer named Henry Thompson. Henry was known throughout the town for his hard-working nature. Every morning, he would wake up before dawn, tend to his crops, feed his animals, and make sure everything on the farm was running smoothly. Despite his dedication, he always struggled to make ends meet. Life was simple, but sometimes it was tough. One chilly autumn morning, as Henry walked through his barnyard, he noticed a strange and beautiful goose wandering near his haystack. Its feathers shimmered like sunlight, and its eyes sparkled with an unusual intelligence. Henry had never seen such a bird before. Curious and a little amazed, he approached it. "Hello there, little one," Henry said softly. "Where did you come from?" The goose looked up at him and let out a gentle honk as if understanding every word. Henry shrugged. "Well, I guess you can stay here for now. I'll take care of you." From that day forward, Henry treated the goose like a member of his family. He fed it the finest grains and even built a little shelter for it in the barn. Days turned into weeks and Henry grew fond of the bird. But one morning, something incredible happened. Henry went to the barn and noticed a shiny golden egg sitting inside the goose's nest. His jaw dropped. "A golden egg? Could this really be?" he whispered to himself. Hesitant but excited, he picked up the egg. It was heavy and glittered in the morning sun like pure gold. Henry couldn't believe his luck. He decided to take the egg to town and show it to Mr. Miller, the local jeweler. Mr. Miller's eyes widened when he saw it.
"Henry, this is unbelievable," he said.
"This egg is pure gold. You could sell this and live comfortably for the rest of your life." Henry's heart raced with excitement. He sold the egg, and the money was enough to pay off all his debts and still have plenty left over. That evening, as he sat by the fire counting his coins, he looked at the goose and whispered, "Thank you, my little friend. You've changed my life." The next morning, another golden egg appeared, and the next day and the day after that. Every day the goose laid one golden egg, and Henry's fortune grew steadily. Life became much easier. He bought new farming tools, repaired his barn, and even got a small horse for easier work. Word spread through the town about the miraculous golden egg goose, and neighbors came to admire Henry's luck. But soon something began to grow inside Henry. A small seed of greed. It started subtly. One evening, he sat in his counting room, gazing at the pile of gold coins from the last few eggs. "If I had all the gold at once," he thought, "I wouldn't have to wait every single day. I could be rich beyond imagination." The next morning, instead of patiently waiting for the goose to lay an egg, Henry hatched a plan. "I'm going to get all the golden eggs at once," he said aloud. "Then I'll be wealthy forever." His voice trembled with a mix of excitement and impatience. The goose honked softly as if sensing his unease, but Henry ignored the warning signs. Henry approached the goose with a determined look. "I'm sorry, little friend," he said, "but I can't wait any longer. I need all the eggs now." With that, he tried to open the goose to see inside, thinking he could find a treasure trove of golden eggs. But suddenly the goose squawked and flapped its wings, terrified and hurt. Henry's heart sank. In his greed, he had destroyed the very source of his fortune. The goose lay motionless, and he realized with horror that he had gone too far. Tears filled his eyes as he whispered, "No, what have I done?" Days turned into weeks, and no more golden eggs appeared. The townspeople, who once admired Henry's luck, now offered condolences instead. Henry tried to replace his loss with hard work, but nothing could bring back the magical goose or the golden eggs. He had learned a painful but important lesson. Greed can destroy even the greatest blessings. Years passed, and Henry became known not for his wealth, but for his humility and hard-earned wisdom. He shared the story of the golden egg goose with children in the town, teaching them the value of patience and gratitude. "Always remember," Henry would say, "if you are patient and appreciate what you have, life will reward you in ways you cannot imagine. But if greed takes over, you risk losing everything." The townsfolk admired Henry not for the gold he once had, but for the man he became. And though he never regained the fortune from the golden eggs, Henry found something far more valuable: peace of mind, respect, and the joy of helping others. And so the story of the goose that laid golden eggs traveled far and wide, reminding everyone who heard it that patience and gratitude are worth more than gold, and greed is always a dangerous path.